Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How are you all doing? Welcome back to some more Westeros Total War. We're playing as House Stannis Baratheon. This is episode 10. Now, some things might look a bit different, of course, guys. Unfortunately, I've got some pretty disappointing news. The Game of Thrones submod, the submod for Westeros Total War, has officially broken. It doesn't work anymore for me. That's why I didn't upload yesterday. I spent the afternoon trying to fix it and trying to re-download it and stuff. It's completely broken, so I've just quickly jumped on the New Beginning submod and try and fix the campaign. Now, I asked you guys in the comments if you've had problems with it, and you guys had it on the mod DB. But the thing was, right, obviously we did have a couple of crashes earlier on in the campaign, but I went 47 turns into the campaign, and then whenever I end the turn, it crashes. Regardless if I'm recording. Obviously the submod did have a lot of extra steps to install, but it worked for 47 turns. I recorded 9 episodes, of course, and then it crashed. It completely doesn't work, which is incredibly disappointing because I think the units for that submod is really, really great, but the game is just so buggy. And it really pisses me off. It's really fucking frustrating that you go 47 turns into the campaign and then it just breaks completely. And it looks like you guys in the comments, and it looks like on the mod DB. So maybe when the Game of Thrones submod for Westeros Total War has another update, has another version, like version 4.1, we might go back to it. But I thought, fuck, what do I do? How can I rectify this situation? And this also took me a long time as well. What I did was, I quickly jumped on the New Beginning submod and tried to get everything the same, because I knew the New Beginning submod is stable. It's still a very good submod, the New Beginning, and we used it for my start campaign, so I'm sure some of you guys won't mind. So I've gone 46 turns in. There will be a couple of discrepancies, a little bit different, but the scenario is still the same. We're currently still at war with the Starks. We're going to be marching north at some point. We might go to war with the Arryns. We're definitely going to have to go to war with the Greyjoys, and we're going to have to defeat the Lannisters. So overall, and the Tyrells, so the scenario is the same, but the children and some of the settlements aren't going to be, of course. So in episode 9 in the Game of Thrones submod, so the things that are similar, we've still destroyed House Joffrey. We have the Crown Lands. We've still destroyed Renly. We have the Stormlands, and we started to push into the Riverlands. We killed Edmure Tully. We had Harrenhal. We might have had Stonehenge, Raventree here somewhere. I can't quite remember off the top of my head. But basically, what's different in this campaign now to the others, the Greyjoys actually wiped out House Tully. So that's why I've quickly ran in and picked up Pink Maiden, Riverrun, Stonehenge, Raventree, and Fairmarket, and we have, obviously, the twins. Because House Greyjoy in this campaign came in and smashed the Tullys. They actually have Seaguard, and they might have another territory up here. But they did very, very well, the Greyjoys. Obviously, Kevin isn't dead, so some of the characters here and there. So currently, guys, we have King Stannis Baratheon with a full stack. We have Montford Valerion, and we have Axel Florent and Roland Storm here. And we also have Sir Davos Seaworth with a full stack at the twins here. The Starks have the eastern part of the twins, and we keep on battling it out through here. So we're 46 turns in, the other campaign was 47, so it's very similar. We've still got to do all this exciting scenario stuff, but some of the, obviously, characters aren't killed, and, of course, the family tree. So let's have a look at the family tree. Now, I've deliberately changed some things because we have the option to in the New Beginning submod. Unfortunately, I don't have it in the Game of Thrones. So Stannis Baratheon, we don't have Axel's or the other Florence family tree. So I had the opportunity to marry Shireen Baratheon to either Montford Valerion, like we did in the other campaign, or because Sir Davos Seaworth is in the game, I married Sir Davos, 52 years of age, to Shireen, who is 18, and they have 2 children, Allard Seaworth, and Alec Seaworth. So Shireen and Sir Davos have some children. Sir Davos divorced his wife and is now the heir of House Stannis Baratheon. We're going to marry Kyra Baratheon, Stannis' daughter, to Montford Valerion. Now, Stannis does have a son, which is great. Obviously, Pierce was the son in episode 9, but now Balon Baratheon. I really like the name that rolls off the tongue. Balon Baratheon. Obviously, named after Balon Greyjoy, I guess. But regardless, Stannis still has a son. We have an heir to the Iron Throne, which is great. And Stannis has another daughter, Jane Baratheon. We also can marry her off as well. So Stannis' line is good. We've got a couple of sons here through Sir Davos, and then we've got Balon as well. So we have 4 full stacks here, and we have a 5th stack up here with Sir Davos. So that's pretty much it. We have the Stormlands, of course, and we have the Crownlands and the Riverlands. It also, I could have gone and done. I could have just restarted the campaign on the New Beginning submod, but then we'd be doing the exact same thing on a. Yeah, I thought it'd be just a waste of time. So this is the scenario now. I really do apologize for the inconvenience, but it's just an absolute shit show. I spent a good part of the afternoon. Actually, it took me ages to get to this point in the campaign, just quickly playing off camera, just trying to speed through it and fixing the mod. But I hope I've tried my best, and hopefully we can continue now. So let's have a look at what's going on in the world. We're at war with the Lannisters, House Greyjoy, House Tyrell, and House Stark. Okay, so we have diplomats at Saltpans, Blackhaven, and Stony Sept. Right. So who else is sort of everyone at war with? Lannisters are at war with them. Greyjoy's at war with me. Okay, right. Kings in Westeros. Let's have a quick look now, shall we? House Joffrey has no longer House Joffrey is no longer king. So Balon Greyjoy is still claiming the Iron Islands, and so is Robb in the north. Oh, also I forgot to mention, I married... Who did I marry? That was the other thing. Where is it? Right, my Hand of the King. Yes, Axel Florent. Now, I did in the Game of Thrones submod, I married Axel Florent, my heir, to Ariana Martell. I actually married him to Sansa Stark this time. So Axel Florent has actually had a child with Sansa. His name's Beric Stark. Beric Florent, who's half Stark. So now, House Florent has a claim to the north. Beric Florent, being half Stark, can have the north, and that's what we'll probably do as well. As you saw there. Where's the trait? Yep, wife is Stark. So, obviously, Sansa Stark doesn't spawn until turn 10 in the Game of Thrones submod, and Sir Davos isn't even in the Game of Thrones submod, so I thought that'd be a better choice. Right, so what are we going to do now? So we've got the Greyjoys here we're at war with. Probably consolidating our lands in the Riverlands would be a good idea. I would like to push into the Westerlands, of course. I'm positive House Aaron and House Martell are neutral at the moment. I would like to get them as an alliance, but if they don't bend the knee, they will be destroyed. We did lose our Brightwater Keep as well, though, but regardless, let's probably push north and hit the Greyjoys. Let's move Stannis up into the forest. Hopefully we don't get attacked here, but Theon Greyjoy is at Seaguard. What a good start. Let's move Montford Valerion up here as well. Axel Florent and Roland Storm. Okay, Joe Hill, let's end the turn and continue. So we're going to destroy the Lannisters, the Greyjoys, and the Starks. So we're sort of... What's happening here? Right. So there's a couple of changes, but overall the scenario, Stannis has destroyed House Joffrey, and Renly killed his incest nephews and has pushed into the Riverlands, and we've still got a lot more exciting stuff to come. So, yeah. Okay, let's push into Seaguard. The Starks are pushing up more men. Fools. But Sansa is currently in my court, which is good. Okay, let's probably just leave it at that. We'll move Axel and Roland Storm up here, because there was a Greyjoy army up here. The Starks are amassing more units trying to cross the Twins. Harren Stark there. Let's end the turn and continue. We're going to be able to kill Theon Greyjoy really quite quickly, which is great. Okay, Melisandre seeks advice. I don't want to spawn another Shadow Baby, because I think it's just a little bit too overpowered. Right, it's a 14-to-1 ratio. For some reason, Theon Greyjoy is by himself in Seaguard. He's only a, 1 loyalty commander, 6 command. So, let's quickly auto-resolve. We lost 7 men to their 22, and Theon Greyjoy has been slain. Theon Greyjoy is dead. Mission successful, 2,000 florins. How much are we getting per turn now? A fair bit. And now, we've taken Seaguard. So, do we push... Yeah, do we push here, or should we just push straight into the Westerlands? We're also at war with the Tyrells as well. We do have a pretty big force here with Celtigard. Duskendale isn't very happy. Okay, what we're going to do is, I think we should pivot now. Repair, and then build a small church. Rally up with Stannis, and let's move into the Westerlands. I think pushing to the crag here is going to make us a little bit more exposed than what we would like. We've got a small army there. Let's keep Storm here at Seaguard for the time being, until we get a garrison there just to defend. Of just militia, that'll be fine. Okay, that's pretty much it. Let's continue on. End the turn and continue. It's not like the New Beginning submod is bad or anything. I really do quite like it, but obviously the Game of Thrones submod has better units, but is prone to crashing, so seeing as it took a good half of my day, I'm not going to play it. It's just a waste of time trying to fix it. Such a pain in the ass as well. Right, okay, I think we've got enough men to hold on. So once it gets a little bit more stable, it's not like obviously I've installed it and it doesn't work properly. I've installed it not right, but it worked perfectly fine for 47 turns while recording, and then it just broke, which is just absolutely fucking it just makes me so angry that 9 episodes done, 47 turns. But I think I've come with a good solution now. So Davos here is holding the twins. Let's see if the Starks attack me. There's a pretty big Greyjoy force there, though. A little bit north. But let's push upon the Golden Tooth. But I'm happy that Stannis has a son. And now House Seaworth is coming into the family as well. It's great to see Stannis has 2 grandsons as well. Okay, let's push in and take the Golden Tooth. Let's move up with Valerion as well. But yeah, guys, let me know in the comments where you'd like me to expand. We're probably going to push into the Westlands. I think it's probably the best thing for us. We're at war with the Lannisters, the Greyjoys, the Tyrells, and the Starks. So we need to finish off the Lannisters, I think. Seeing as we have the Riverlands, it's our next best target. We'll push against the Greyjoys. We'll push against the Starks, and we're going to have to push against the Tyrells. They might want to bend the knee to us, but we did kill Marjorie Tyrell, of course, and their children. So they might not be happy. There's a pretty big Greyjoy army here. I might move Rolland Storm back to go and deal with it. The Starks are amassing more troops here. Is that Cart? No, that's Horsebane and Bran. That means there's 6 generals there. Huh. Okay. Let's end the turn and continue. Right, let's move Storm up to deal with the Greyjoy army at Raventree. Okay, Leo Lefford has moved up an army to deal with the assault on the Golden Tooth. And the Starks are amassing more units here at the Twins. Maybe we should do the same. We do have a small garrison outside defending. Okay, let's get you, Stannis. Let's attack the Golden Tooth. We could go with a night attack and completely ignore Leo's army, which I think I will. Captain Kevin has taken the command. 1 unit of Levy Spearmen, 1 unit of Armoured Spearmen. Sort of resolve. We've taken the Golden Tooth, which is a huge settlement in the Westlands. That's going to give us so much money. And it's given us 2,500 florins, or dragons, in Westeros. Let's push against Lefford. Let's control AM, and let's move upon Lefford. Let's chuck in, what, Axel? We could even marry some of my other bannermen to Stannis' daughters, but I think Valerion can marry her, and someone else can marry Jane. Who else do we have here? Maybe Rolland Storm can marry Jane. We also have Colin Florent as well. Okay, let's move up here. We might have our first battle against the Lannisters if it's worth playing. It's a 7-to-1 ratio. 1 unit of armoured swordsmen. We've got 2 units of spears, some cavalry, and some knights. It's a 7-to-1. We do outnumber them by roughly 4,000. We have 4,300 men of the Stormlands and only 600 Lannisters. I do really want to get a battle in today's part, but maybe we're better off playing the Battle of Raventree up here against the Greyjoys. Yeah, we'll auto-resolve this one. I thought the Lannisters would have given us more of a fight pushing in there, but the Greyjoys have been giving them a battering. Alright, let's push on up here. Okay, here's the garrison. The garrison's at the crag. Gregor Clegane. Asha Greyjoy. Let's move Valerion with him. Let's repair. And let's build a small church, which is a hell of a lot cheaper. Because obviously we have the Lord of Light as our religion, so it takes a while to get this religious conversion going on. Okay, we have a garrison starting to be constructed at Riverrun. Well, a garrison being recruited, rather said. At least we got Riverrun and Harrenhal. Most of my infantry is going to come from there, which is great. So let's rally up with everyone at Riverrun. Okay, let's end the turn and continue. We could very well have a battle against the Starks. If they want to push the western half of the Twins. Turncloak, where? Oh, you bastards. 2 units of my swordsmen went into Stark hands. Ah, bugger. Right, let's commence the siege of the crag. Let's get Valerion up here as well. Right, let's get some more units here. We need to hold the Golden Tooth. Who's this? Ah, you're Stark. Fine. Right, let's get Roland Storm to push over and help Seaguard. It is a 2-to-1 ratio. We're coming up against a fair amount of Greyjoys. 2 units of Ironborn Warriors, so 4 units. The Ironborn Spearmen, which I really do like, and the 6 Ironborn Raiders. We've got a lot of Spearmen in this army. Montford and Stannis have my best army, but this army lacks, obviously, skirmishers, archers, and cavalry. So hopefully my Spearmen can do a good job here today. You know nothing, Jon Snow. But guys, if you still are enjoying this Westeros Total War campaign, I'd really appreciate it if you could leave a like and a comment if you haven't already. Oh, I probably shouldn't have waited there. Why'd I do that? Yeah, there we go. No matter, no matter. Let's push against the Greyjoys and carve them to pieces. I don't know how these spearmen are going to do, but Roland Storm. I do quite like Roland Storm. Especially with a portrait. In the Game of Thrones one, he doesn't have a portrait. But here are the Baratheon units. Obviously not looking as good, but no matter. We've still got a couple of banners here and there. So let's push up. Let's go after them. Reinforcements, Captain Donald from Seaguard. We want to get into the just the field here. The clearing out of the forest. So we've got the Greyjoys coming in there. Okay. Double time, men. Okay. Yeah, so let me know in the comments where you'd like me to expand as well. Let's put my cavalry around. Okay, they don't seem to be moving. I think our best bet is to push into the Westerlands once we've finished off the treacherous Lannisters. We might even have enough strength to like push north and... No, I'll probably push against the Greyjoys. We might have enough strength to push against the Tyrells if they don't bend the knee. And the Starks. Axel Florent will be named the Lord of Winterfell. He's married to Sansa Stark. And they have a child, Beric. So Sansa is in my court now instead of Ariana Martell. Which I would have preferred. I did say, actually, at the start of the campaign that I would have preferred to marry Axel to Sansa, but I couldn't seem to find her. Then Ariana gives us a claim to the north. Okay. Where are my reinforcements coming from? Okay, they're just sitting by, which is fine. Roland Storm, double time. Kind of reminds me of Rollo from Vikings. Right, let's push up. what's sort of going on here. So they're just sort of holding the line, spearmen here. An interesting formation. I'm assuming we just can't see them there. Yeah. Pop you up here more. Cavalry, let's start to flank. What are they doing? Just reforming. Alright, regardless, let's push up. Double time. Alright, my cavalry is going to swing around here and hit them on the flanks. Get some hammer and anvil strikes going. We'll push Roll and Storm up. Baratheons, charge for Stannis. These Greyjoy Axemen are tough old bastard. They're going to hold pretty well. It's going to be very interesting without any cavalry, of course. What's here? Ironborn Raiders light. Hit them from the sides if they're just going to sit idly by here. Draw your swords. This should be a good charge. Now they've turned, but get out of there. We don't want to stay there too long, because we'll just get absolutely rinsed in combat. Alright, pick a target and go. Go for it, lads. And then get you guys to flank like that don't have a target. Now, I don't know if you can hear that, but there is a train going past my house. And it is really, really loud. So, I do apologise about that. Alright, let's get you guys around this way. Get Storm up even more into the thick of it. Alright, get you guys to come further around this way. Come on. They will break a lot easier because they haven't simply got a general with them. And we do outnumber them quite significantly. As you see, they're broken there. Especially that unit got absolutely smashed by the cavalry. Where is my cavalry? Oh. Here. I was like, they're taking casualties. And I was like, what? Pull my cavalry up this way. I might even get Roland on the flanks. Alright, get them. Go. We're flanked there. What do they got here? Warriors. For Stannis. For Balon Greyjoy. Okay. That was my impression of a someone from the Iron Islands. We've killed Theon. We killed Theon in this episode, which was quite interesting. We did well. But yeah, I would have had it a lot more closer to the other campaign if the bloody Greyjoys just didn't destroy House Tully. Which is interesting. They did really quite well. Pushing into the Riverlands. Right, get out of here. You're going to get sandwiched. Right. We've lost 7% of their 20. Move out. They're broken. Go up in here. Let's get my cavalry to mop up some of the stragglers. The cowards. The turncloaks. Who are fleeing. Let's show them the iron price. We do not so. Ours is the fury. Right. Stannis the Manus. Alright, we've completely surrounded them here. Roland Storm holding the morale and the support. Let's carve up these gutless Greyjoys. And gut them. Innards, left and right, dropping. We've done well. Not much they really could do. They obviously didn't have that many battle tactics without a commander. What do you expect? Absolutely surrounded them. Ooga! Kind of reminds me of the, I can't even remember the Roman battle that they absolutely surrounded them. Pass? I don't know. I don't think that's right. It was the Roman battle inspired by the Battle of the Bastards, where the Romans absolutely carved apart their enemies. Yeah. I don't think there's even a Battle of Pass or whatever it's called. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right, it just doesn't sound right. Right, regardless, we've absolutely surrounded them. They've got a good triangle formation, they're fighting to the death here. We captured 700. There's no more fleeing there. But the last men remaining from the, I guess, Greyjoy garrison are utterly surrounded and will perish, fighting to the death. I love how that pops up. Right. We've lost 10% to their 71. We've carved them up with hammer and anvil strikes. And they've been utterly defeated and enveloped. Awesome stuff. We did well. Right, Roland Storm deployed 2,791 and lost 292. Captain Tristan deployed 1,621 and lost 1,060. You're most welcome to pause and have a look at the casualties sustained and casualties inflicted. The king eats and the hand takes the shit. That's not the quote. I don't think so. Isn't it? The king shits and the hand wipes. Isn't that the quote? But regardless, we've taken them out and Roland Storm has prevailed. I really would like some archers in that army, so let's get some at Seaguard. Okay, we're currently besieging the crag. One more turn until we have siege equipment to take it. I don't know where Gregor Clegane is, but he managed to sneak out in the night and leave it to good old Leo Lefford. The Starks are amassing more forces on the eastern part of the Twins. We're currently in the west. It's sort of like an east and west Germany sort of standoff going on here. Maybe we need to build a wall. But regardless, guys, we're going to continue on with the House Stannis Baratheon campaign. We currently have the Crownlands, the Stormlands, and the Riverlands, of course. We're going to be pushing into the Westerlands. Once we have, obviously, Castle Rock and Lannisport under our belt, we're going to have a huge economy. Once we finish off with the Lannisters, I think our next step is the Greyjoys. Once we finish off the Greyjoys, we're going to have to push against the Starks at some point. We might even create a second front against the Tyrells. Because, depending if they bend the knee or not, we are at war with them. We did kill Marjorie, who was married to Renly, of course. And we did kill their children. I'm assuming they would have had some, most definitely. But, yeah, Renly is dead. Depending if the Arryns and the Martells bend the knee, we'll see. Sometimes the Arryns do declare their kingship when Robert Arryn dies, and Harold Hardling declares his kingship sometimes. But regardless, you guys know what the scenario is now. Hope you have enjoyed this episode, and we'll continue on. I really do apologise about the Game of Thrones submod fucking up, but it's just a pain in the ass. To be honest, there's literally nothing I can do. But yeah, the amount of troubleshooting I did as well is just a pain in the ass. But guys, it is time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Check out my social media links, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all in the description below. Make sure to take care of yourselves, have a fantastic rest of your day, and stay tuned for more content on my channel. My name has been Simpzy. Take care. Goodbye.